be to the Eucharistic heart of Jesus. Renew everything in Christ. In the first quarter of the 20th century, a man of God with the pastoral zeal of St. Paul, blended with the Eucharistic devotion of St. Pius X, responded to this call. This man was none other than Thomas Kurialacherry, the first native bishop of Changnacherry and the founder father of the Sisters of the Adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. The prominent features that adorn the life of Bishop Thomas Kurialacherry were an intense devotion to the Blessed Sacrament and an unrelenting desire to draw everyone to this fount of life and love. He felt that it was his fundamental obligation to make Christ known, loved, and adored by all, always and everywhere, by spreading the Eucharistic devotion, since Eucharist is the expression of God's love. So, today, we the SABS is the actualization of his greatest desire. So, my dear brethren, let us hear the short biography of this saintly man, as he was filled with lots of virtues and missionary spirit.
Bishop Thomas Kurialacherry was first and foremost a man of God, a man of prayer. From his childhood onwards, he had a great hunger for God's experience. He lived in communion with God always. Eucharist was found, from which he drew strength for his apostolate. Amidst his busy life as a bishop, he found enough time to deepen his relationship with God. As the sunflower always turned to sun, his heart was always turned to God. In short, he was a friend of God, also a friend of man, and he was loved by both God and man.
Bishop Thomas Kurialacherry has also been acclaimed as the Bishop of the Holy Eucharist because of his ardent devotion to the Holy Eucharist. All through his life, the Holy Eucharist has been the center of his spiritual life. Late hours of every night, in the dim light of the sanctuary lamp, he was seen in front of the tabernacle on his knees with folded hands. He kept at midnight vigil on every Thursday for the reparation of the sins of the world. His trust in the Eucharistic Lord has been the main source of his spiritual strength. To be with the Lord and to adore Him, he started 1-hour adoration and 13-hour adoration in the parishes. Therefore, he is known as the Bishop of the Holy Eucharist.
Our founder was a great man who became the shepherd of the flock of SABS because he accepted the motto, renew everything in Christ, with an unquenchable thirst to present to the Lord a people serving Him in righteousness and holiness. Also, with the enthusiastic cooperation of the priests and legates and the sincere support of devoted laymen in almost every parish. He led his flock to fertile pastures and life-giving water. As a fervent social reformer, our founder dedicated his life to uplifting marginalized communities. As a priest and bishop, he shepherded his flock with care, advocated for equality, peace, and justice. His prophetic voice echoed across the world, challenging social injustice. His ecumenical vision fostered unity among various Christian denominations. As an educator, he illuminated the path for those in darkness. Above all, he was a Eucharistic devotee, tirelessly promoting devotion to the Holy Eucharist far and wide.
Venerable Thomas Kurialacherry, our beloved founder, was a great devotee of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It is said that the first words he learned to pronounce in his childhood were Jesus and Mary. When he was at home, he was not satisfied with the family rosary alone, but he used to recite his private rosaries as well. His affection towards the Holy Mother was that of a beloved son, and he expressed it through his words and deeds. Be my mother was his constant plea to her. He constantly reminded his flock to take refuge under the protecting mantle of the Blessed Mother, so that they may be enabled to renew everything in Christ. Before his departure to Rome, he entrusted each one of us at the feet of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary, who is also the special patron of our congregation.
So, my dear brethren, as we have heard about this saintly man who became a man of prayer, Bishop of the Holy Eucharist, Shepherd of the flock, a great devotee of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and a great social reformer, it is a spectacular moment in the history of our SABS congregation when, together as a community, we are celebrating the centenary year of his death anniversary. Let us experience the blessings from the Eucharistic Lord and, through his powerful intercession, get many more blessings.
आराधना करूं मैं तेरी आराधना